because I want to record my day, a recap of my day. So yesterday evening or afternoon, I should say, whatever, like 3 p.m. my time. There was the Marvel Rivals season reveal for season 9, which looks fucking amazing. It got me real hyped for it. I don't want to play anymore for the rest of the season. Of course, there's only like 2 days left of the season, so it doesn't fucking matter. But they're changing so much in Rivals, and it looks incredible. Um, so then I take a nap, and I wake up, and I make a couple changes to some cards. Scarlet Witch had a change I made, and Nomura had a change that I made that I actually didn't put on there because I think I'm gonna hammer it out a little bit more. So I went to go put them on TTS, and I have two tables, right? I have a table that everybody sees that I have up on Tabletop Simulator for everybody to look at everything I've made. And then I have a table that's kind of like a workshop table. And that's one where I do like all the behind scenes shit where I make my bags and do all my scripting and make like actually import my cards there first before I put them on the main table. And I accidentally saved over it with my showcase table. So I don't have my workshop table anymore. Now, I prepared for this, and I do have a folder on my TTS that is nothing but backups of important tables of mine. And I made a backup, and I haven't updated that backup for 3 months. So everything that I've made since April, which is Red Harpy, Red She-Hulk, Scarlet Witch, Cassie Hack, um, who else? Nomura. I feel like I'm forgetting one other person. Who else have I made in the last 3 months? I've made a lot in 3 months. The changes I made to Idia Conquo, Temper, aka Temper. The changes that I made, a good amount of the changes that I made to Miss America. Um, yeah, all this shit. Venus, some cosmetic changes on Venus. I made a bunch of shit. I made a bunch of changes and shit. And I don't have it anymore. At least not on that table. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my main table and have to copy everything that's on that on my showcase table over to my workshop table, and then save my workshop table again. And then it'll probably be good because all my workshop equipments will still be there because I haven't made any changes to any of that shit. Anyways, what am I doing today? So a couple days ago, I played Misfortune by MissSugarPink, and afterwards, I was like, you know what? It's insulting of me to play a Sugar Pink production while completely ignoring BubblegumBitch. So I decided to grab a BubblegumBitch production. I don't know if I'm going to put his name in the title card of my video when I post this up on YouTube. Uh, I'll see. I don't know if it'll get flagged by YouTube or anything like that if I put the word BubblegumBitch on my fucking thing. But we'll see. I probably just honestly typed bubblegum and then apologize for being a bitch about it. So yeah, I just grabbed Elphelt Valentine, who I know a little about, but not even from her own game, right? This isn't Fatal Fury. This is King of Fighters. No, she's King of Fighters, right? I'm now going to look it up. I should have looked this up beforehand. Also have that like 3 minute long song intro that I do at the beginning of my fucking videos that I could have looked at it that then instead I was just shuffling decks. My computer is going balls slow right now. Guilty Gear is one of those games that I never played. I played Street Fighter back in the day. I didn't really get into a lot of the other fighting games. Anyways, so I don't even know her from Guilty Gear. I used to play this mobile game called Epic 7, and Epic 7 had like 3 different collaborations with Guilty Gear. So I am aware of Soul Bad Guy. I am aware of Elphelt Valentine. I am aware of I Know. I'm aware of Lethal Valentine, even though she wasn't a character in it, but she gets mentioned quite a bit. Same with I Know, for that matter. At least I haven't played the game in like a year, so I don't know if they've done another collab or anything like that since. But I'm aware of like those characters. There's another one. Biken. I know Biken. Um, Biken was actually pretty good in that game. Anyways, so I'm vaguely familiar with Elphelt. I'm also familiar with her because she had a collab with Girls Frontline back in the day, another mobile game, and they gave her like a goth outfit in that, and that was awesome. I still use her. She's a shotgunner, so she's a frontline character. Anyways, um, just like with SugarPinks, I have not looked at this precon, although I did glance at it to make sure it was actually a precon. Because apparently, when I played with Misfortune, that wasn't a precon that was in her deck. It was conveniently 25 cards, but it was not a precon. What it was a bunch of like Bilgewater themed cards to throw into her deck, or that a player could choose to throw into her deck. There just happened to be enough to make a deck out of, and I didn't catch that. I think I mentioned it in that video, but I was like 5 or 6 characters in trying to find something that had a precon so I could easily jump into my game. And then I immediately saw that there were like 25 cards for that. I was like, oh, that's a precon. Finally, a deck I can play, and I grabbed it. This actually has a precon, Justice. Um, I was thinking about playing Scarlet Witch alongside it, but Scarlet Witch also operates best. She's flexible, but I'm going to make her precon Justice, and I decided not to play her. She might actually be the fastest character I've ever made to go from like alpha state to released because she works. She just completely fucking works. Um, Actually, no, I can't release her because I am planning on. Scarlet Witch is based on a series that is currently ongoing. It is 7 issues out of 10 released so far, so I still have 3 issues left to go. And I might add more stuff into her. She has a chaos deck like Sorcerer, Doctor Sorcerer, Doctor Strange has a invocation deck. She has a chaos deck, and I might add more cards into it. There's already one from like issue 7 that I'm looking at doing, and I want to see what else happens for the remainder of the run before I actually fully release her. But I think she could be released right now. Um, I think the fastest I've ever released somebody from Alpha State is Rasputin, who I released like a month after I created her. Anyways, so this will be a playtest for the first time for me with Felt, who is in beta stage, from what I understand from the uh, Discord, and Red Harpy, who is currently in alpha state, who actually she really works well too. I might push her into beta after this. She actually does what I need her to do. The only issue that she has is that there's not a lot of Gamma allies in the game, and I had to make a bunch on my own. Playtest against Crossbones, I got real lucky and got Exo's suit off the rip, so I'm in a happy mood. Um, First player to Elphelt. So she gets this thing where she has finishers and starters, right? What do I have here? A starter, deal 2 damage to an enemy. So if you play a starter, discard any number of cards from a hand for each. Okay. So as an action, I can seek a finisher or starter. So when it says that, does that mean that I can say I'm seeking a finisher and then ignore starters? Because that's how I interpret that. She doesn't have an insert. She has all this. Uh, they like their promo cards over on that table, which is cool. I tend not to mess with promo cards. I'll make them if I think I have the materials to make them, but a lot of times I prioritize other things. Um, the way how I read this is that I can seek one or the other. I don't have to stop at the first one, right? I'm also eating a little bit. I got mashed potatoes. Delicious, delicious mashed potatoes. I think I'll just play with what I have. And then do my action to seek. Now, if I have to stop here, this is where I have to stop. Seek a finisher or starter card from your deck. Does he have anything in that? Does Elphelt have to stop at one of those? Or can I continue on? There's not even any... How did nobody comment on this? Really? The Bubblegum and SugarPink collective has a lot of really good stuff out there. I'm surprised this doesn't have comments on it asking. I think the intent is I stop at no matter what comes up first. I feel like that is the intent, and that's how I'll play it, even though I don't like that as much. Like, I feel that if I was to be able to choose which one, I would say choose a finisher or starter. Discard cards from the top of your deck until, or seek until you get that chosen one, that type of thing. I feel it would be that if that's what the intent was. I'm going to spend 2, 3, 4 justice. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Going to flip. Don't have a finisher, so I don't think I really want to play all this. So I think what I'll do is I'll put brainstorming out, so I have this prepared for me. I'm going to take you over here. I always got the 1, 1, 2, 3. He's got the tokens for the stats. I'm not a big fan of those things, honestly. I have +2 onto that. I'm not going to thwart. So I'm going to attack. And yeah, just attack him for 1. So I'm going to hold on to these 2 for when I do draw finishers. I don't know what the spread on starter to finisher is because I don't look at it. Red Harpy. So Red Harpy starts the game in not alter ego, but in hero form. But because technically that would happen after I draw my hand, she still gets a 6-card hand size to start the game. And here I am again, like my second straight time playtesting her, and I've actually drawn her safe house. This is the only thing that lets her flip to alter ego form when she's in hero form. So I'm not going to complain on that. I will appreciate it. I do have the resources, should I choose, to get rid of this annoyance right now. And I think I'm going to, because I fucking hate that card. So yeah, let's get rid of this. Now I want to get the safe house out, but I'm going to get Fierce Rage. I'm going to exhaust it to, do I want to take a damage? Yeah, let's take a damage. To draw a card. So another thing I can't fucking afford. Just kind of hoping for a resource so I can get the safe house out. Oh well. I want to attack and deal 3 damage. And that will end her turn. I love this hand. It is so productive. So I guess I'm playing Betty Safe House next round. And then she's got a 5. Give me a second. My nostrils stuffed up. Ram lethal. Alright. I'm gonna blow my nose there for a second. Alright. Into attacks. Elphelt, who will take it for 4 damage. Attacks Red Harpy, who has 0 issues taking it for 2. Of course, the beefier character takes a less amount of damage. Full auto, hero, discard top, and no damage. This fucking thing. At least I can brute force that out a little bit. Alright, Harpy's turn. Exhaust this to draw. I can force it away right now, but I do kind of really need to get the safe house out, so I can flip when I need to flip. I can discard my hand and flip alter ego right now, but I'm not going to. So I have these. I think I'm just going to smack for 3 off to this fucking armor. And then end her turn. Oh, actually, do I want to consume? Let's consume. Let's eat. Let's feast. This goes into my hand. Who am I eating? Full health. Alright. Well, I officially have enough for combat training. Let's take me over here. A 0, 3, 2, 4. It's not a 4. A 0, 0 thwart. And that will end her turn. Alright. So I'm looking at my hand now, and everything in my hand wants to come into play. It's just how it is. Why do I have all the good cards in my fucking hand right now? I don't have a finisher, though. So I'm thinking, honestly, I might just burn these 3 to get this, which gives me +1 attack, +1 thwart, backwards, because I think thwart's supposed to be before attack. When I would take 2 or more when my identity would take 2 or more damage from an attack, reduce that amount by 2, then discard this. I'd rather not. That's forced. That's mean. I like this. I want to keep this. Just making sure she just started at a 1. And I have a +1, +1, +1. Alright. I'm going to remove the threat off of main, which is a bit overkill, but it is what it is. And then I want to end turn. So now she has a 6-card hand size. Chaco! Oh yeah, she's in Epic 7. So that's another character I know. She is not good in that game, though. She was awful when I was playing that game. She relied very much on a mechanic that was very easy for people to just fucking ignore. Alright. 2 attacks, she doesn't care. For 4. And attacks, I kind of need to block this because it's already doing 2 damage. So I'm going to defend. This does 2 damage, which reduces it by 2. And then I discard this. So I've already lost it. Woe is me. Life is pain and suffering. She doesn't care. Take 2 damage. She's going to eat. She doesn't have a lot of big targets to eat anymore, though. Because I've already lost Jen Walters. I've lost Braun because he's in my hand. I've lost Geiger, which means that I have a 1 health Delphi in there. I have a 5 health Hulk, though. Hydra Sidearm. Okay, this shit needs to stop. Elphelt. What does Jacko do? So that's Jacko, and choose an event or ally in your hand. That card gains the finisher trait until the end of the round. An ally finisher. Interesting. I guess it's like, what, a tag team? After Chain Lollipop resolves, ready, Elphelt Valentine. Isn't that a game? Chainsaw Lollipop? Yes, it is, isn't it? The zombie killing game, right? With the scantily clad blonde chick on it. Lollipop Chainsaw, the other way around. All right, what do I want to do here? So Jacko looks like a good card to have. Ram Lethal looks like a good card to have. Brainstormings are good cards. Do I need them? I don't know. I don't think so. Let me spend 2 to get Jacko. So this can turn an ally or an event into a finisher. But I need a starter first, which means I can't chain Lollipop right now. I'd like to have endurance, but do I need endurance? I think I need a reboot. Reboot to ready. I'm going to then pop the 2 off of main and end her turn. I think it was a bad idea for me to get rid of the 2 starters I had earlier. I say this, I don't remember if I said that before. Or, actually, no, I did allude to it. I play new decks blind as possible. I just like to make sure that they have a precon. That's usually the only thing I look at. And sometimes that means you set up bad turns. I should honestly, I'm thinking about, I don't think I need to do that anymore. I should probably research more, because nobody in their right mind, even new players, is going to go into the game and just not at least look at what they're able to do. And if they don't do that, then they're fucking stupid. I have a friend who, when we play like teamwork card games like this, or Sentinels of the Multiverse, some games like that, he'll just say, "I'm picking this one," and then he grabs a deck, and that is how he plays. And I wouldn't play like that. I'm gonna eat. Don't give me Delphi. Do not give me Delphi. Give me the Hulk. Holy shit. Okay, give me something. Holy shit. Hulkette. So help me out too. I forgot that she was in here. I wasn't paying attention to Digging Deep was in there. Oh well, if I didn't get him. All right, how do I want to do this? Let's take 1 to draw 1. Let's Pressing Fire. I am very tempted to put Brawn into play. I will attack the villain, which will finish this off. I will then spend... does this need Mental and Fist? Actually, I might just do that. Spend 1 to pitch back. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. Deal 2. I will then spend these 2 to get rid of this. And that will end her turn. So she's been doing great. Now there's Hulk and Elfry. I would have liked to have discarded Hulk, because when I discard him, he goes to my hand. And that didn't happen. Instead, I ate 2 cards that really weren't worth it. I don't have the +1 hand size anymore, because that card is not permanent. Like, that doesn't stay out. Bomniri. Bomnere? I don't know. 1, 2. Who are we on? Attacks. She'll take it. For 1 damage. That has no icons on it. That's interesting. I guess being bad at the game is not that hazardous. She'll take it. Also, I need to actually, make my deck. Give it my top status. Counter and counter. I've removed her from the game because I fucking hate her. So yeah. Alright. What do we got here? What do we got? I've got a Hulk that should be in play. Take one, draw a card. I got another card that should be in play. I'm going to spend 1 to shred for 3. I will knock this off. Oh, it has piercing, that's right. And 2, 3. I'll take the 1 damage to return it to my hand. I'll then spend 3 on Hulk. Hulk will smash something here in a second. I'm going to consume. Actually, hold on. When I consume, I heal 1 from Hulk. So let me actually activate Hulk. Hulk will attack the villain for 3. And then I'll consume. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I heal 4. I will then attack and defeat the Flame Soldier. Don't have a card in my hand to use, but he's safe house, which is fine. I'll stay up in hero. And that will end. Oh, also heal. Please heal. And her turn. All right. I wanted to play Ram Lethal, but at the same time, I kind of want to bomb the shit out of somebody. Let's bomb the shit out of 8 damage. Let's cancel what he's doing and hit him for 8. I need to keep these 2. I need to actually keep my starters this time. So I will remove 2 threat off of. This is about to get 3 on it. 2 off of main. And end her turn. Playing a justice character that isn't doing a lot of justice. This for a limitless stamina. Pitch back. Athletic conditioning. All these cards that are good for me. 1, 2, 3. Attacks Red Harpy, who does not give a shit. Oh wait, this cancels his attack. Yeah, this cancels the attack and deals him 8 damage. And then attacks over here. Actually, let me shuffle this so I know this might be dangerous. I'm still going to take it. Still does the same amount of damage. This. Ride your flame soldier. I fucking love life. Sometimes life is amazing. I should probably flip her to start. I don't have a finisher in my hand. I can change. Oh, I can't change cards into finishers now. So I can pay 2 to remove 2. I'm not. Oh my god! What an amazing hand. I'm going to bomb chocolate. Deal 2. After I play a starter, which that was a starter, I can discard any number of cards in my hand. Do I have a wild in my hand? I do. I will then discard everything in my hand. So that's a wild, which means I get to play a finisher for. Oh, I don't have a finisher because she's not a finisher anymore. This doesn't fucking matter. I can't play her. So if I get rid of, let me put this back in my hand real quick. I might as well just play Ram Lethal. Yeah, let's just play Ram Lethal. Sister. Who's Ram Lethal? Her name's Lethal Valentine. You named her Lethal Valentine. Tisk, tisk, tisk. After she enters play, I can add a search my deck for a starter or finisher. Is it my deck? Oh, just my deck for starter or finisher. Yeah, let's search for starter or finisher. Starter. Weapon. Finisher. Let's grab that. Alright. So now I'm going to play Bomb Bomb Chocolate. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. Actually, do I want to do that? Because he's about to die. I can have that for next round. I think I'm going to remove 2 off of main again. Yep. End turn. Actually, no, let's not have him do that. I'm going to take 1. I will attack for 4. These are all good cards. I want to play all of them. I will spend 1 to pitch back to knock this guy out. 1, 2, 3. I should have 28 minus 3. I probably could have done the math in my head and before I did that. Want to consume. Immediately 3 health back. And 1 health back for him. I'm eating the shit out of this poor girl. Do I use soaring attack right now? I would stun him, which means that she wouldn't get attacked, but she also kind of needs she needs to stay up, actually. Yeah, let's spend both of these to soaring attack to deal 5 damage, stun, and end her turn. Good. I like drawing Digging Deep. I'm so happy to draw Digging Deeps. I am keeping her hand. You have Digging Deep. Why the fuck do you have Digging Deep? I like how you wanted to fit the quote on here so badly that you shrunk the main text down so that it was smaller than the quote. 1, 2, 3. Tries to attack, is stunned. Attacks Red Harpy, who does not care. No damage from the machine gun. And attacks for 3 damage. I'm in hero, stunned. And place 1 throw on main. Almost push it to next. Insight 1, well, that'll push it to next. So in order. Hey, Skelly. You thought her name was Elephant? I didn't. I hope you didn't type that forever ago, and I'm just not now noticing it. I have my chat on another window. No, Elphelt. And then we discard until we get a goddamn weapon. So he's stacked with weapons now. Weapon. Nope. 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 We're gonna burn through the rest of the stack. Nope. All right. Fun. Red Harpy doesn't really care. Red Harpy is Red Harpy. She will eat everything. I feast of flesh when I have no goddamn enemies on me. I'm going to take one to draw one. It's not bad. Oh yeah, thanks for the follow, by the way. 4 days ago, Skelly. Appreciate that. I am extremely tempted to put Hulkcat into play. And actually, that's what I'm going to do. Let's put Hulkcat into play, and she has energy on her. I'm going to eat. The Kumaho is unleashed. Oh, I didn't want to discard that. Is there anything for me to eat? Where's Bell Fry with his 1 hit point healing? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't heal anything. Because there's 2 of them. Huh. Would have thought I had something left, but apparently I don't. So, let's spend 1 to shred then. To deal 3 damage to an enemy. I'm going to take the 1 damage to return it to my hand. I can do it again. However, I'm going to spend 2 to... They're both the same fucking thing to me. So let's get rid of the knife. Alright. Kumiho is unleashed. Kumiho is unleashed. Did I add threat to... Oh, yeah, that's right. It schemed out. Move 1. She's got 3 attacks, so she's obviously... Also, I did resolve consume, so he does get healed. 3 damage. And 3 damage. I have chump blockers galore. That will end Harpy's turn. Elphelt, I need you to start thwarting. I'm going to Bomb Chocolate to deal 2 damage. Is this an attack? It is a fucking attack. Does this still count as me playing a starter? Actually, you know what? In that case, I'm going to attack and knock my thing off just to avoid the confusion, so I can still do the 2 damage. So 2. I'm going to discard this. This is doing 9 damage. Well, then let's end the fucking game. Because it makes it free when I discard a wild resource. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. That went by fucking quick as shit. Holy hell. That was really fast. Wow. I don't think I've ever beaten him so fast. I don't think Elphelt did anything in this game. She kept the threat or the scheme from going out for a while. But honestly, Red Harpy just kind of damaged her way through everything. And she's supposed to. She's supposed to hit like a fucking truck. She just can't thwart at all. Well, she can. If I exhaust this, I do get +1 thwart, but -1 attack. But if I'm playing with a Justice player, I'm not overly worried about that. So Red Harpy, I think, is going to go to beta state now. She works. She's perfectly fine. Elphelt. Honestly, I played that entire game and did not get a glean of anything off of her. I wonder if I should play another game. Why does she have Digging Deep? Does she have cards that discard? Oh yeah, she does Seek. She does Seek on her alter ego, but I never flipped her to alter ego. Screw it. I think I should play again. Let's make it a 2-fer. Let's play Elphelt again. I didn't glean anything from that game about her. I really didn't. That ended so fucking quick. Like, I spent the first 10 minutes of this video just bullshitting about my day. And then I beat Crossbones in like 25 minutes. Let's get Claw out there this time. Claw's a bit more annoying. If Claw wants to fucking come out of his thing. Swear to God, I press the button. Push the button. I don't know why it does that. I hate that so much. Let's get some additional. He's at 24 health because I'm always going to two-hand. It starts on 12 because I played this way too many times. We're going to look at their table and grab Elphelt again. The one thing I did glean that I actually took away from that was, what the fuck in? Was her one card that gave me +1 hand size, +1 attack, +1 thwart. It might have been too expensive for something that is essentially temporary. Like, it's not temporary, but it has a very, very good chance of just fucking off. What's the counter for, by the way? I'm gonna take her back over here, though. I see your attempts of getting me to use these things, and I reject your attempts. Bad at the game. Who do I play her with? Who do I partner her with? Again, from my own table, so I don't have to think about anything. I need to do some tweaks to Nomura. Namely, her obligation is, I think, probably the only thing I need to tweak. I'm still... Actually, Satana. Do I want to play Satana? She's aggro, I think. And I just did make a tweak to her kit. Do I play Satana? It'll certainly be a longer game because she doesn't hit like fucking Red Shield or Red Harpy does. Speaking of Red, maybe I should play Red She-Hulk now instead. I've got options. I've got some fucking options right now. Idiot Conquo, I get a Temper. She's released though. Let me play Satana. And apparently I have everything out of order in her deck. Or at least in her auto placer. Because everything went, except for that, went to the wrong fucking spot. No, we're in her health. So recent changes with her, I made some tweaks. I made some visual upgrades, so she's now the white hair horned version of her on both forms. Still have a lot of her Thunderbolts cards, which are fine because I really like her Thunderbolts cards. I wasn't quite able to eradicate everything I wanted to because she doesn't use her Soulfire a lot. So I kind of had to stick with that image. So the tweaks are that, actually I made really only one sizable tweak, which was one of her cards will now discard her cards from her Queen of Hell, because that was an issue, was she would board cards on Queen of Hell and never fucking use them. Anyways, first player will go to Elphelt. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Discard until we get a minion. That's right. Get oh, Hubris. Hubris is a hell of a drug. That's from this side. That's set up. Everything's ready to go. Let's draw hands. Because this game will take longer. Because she does not output the raw damage that Red Harpy does. Red Harpy can just ignore the entire game board and be like, all right, I'm just going to keep attacking until something guards me. This is a hand. Let's get rid of one of these Hellfires. And let's get rid of Inscription. Just so I can draw 2 new cards. And then I immediately draw 2 more of her cards, which I was fucking trying to avoid. Also, let me get these out for health counters. Ignore the auto clicker button that I have on my mouse. All right. Options. I think a first turn Justice would be awesome. Also think a first turn Nick Fury would be awesome. Let me... Shit. 2, 3... Fucking, let's go ahead and get... Actually, I do need to get a finisher anyways. So let's get... That's 4 resources, right? Nick Fury out to draw 3. I'm going to Seek. The feeling I wanted that. I'm seeking away a lot of good cards. And I didn't get a single starter back. That's a shame. Johnny! You're dead. How's he going to be able to attack anybody? He's in me. Giggity. Spend 3 for Justice 11. I'll flip. And that will end return over here. So Canada will immediately flip. Sorry, yawn. Big boy yawn. Let's Arcane Anger onto Radioactive Man for 4 damage. And I place 2 threat on main. And then I have to discard from this to do my ability. I've got nothing but my cards in my hand. Spend these for a Hellfire. Deal 5 damage as evenly as possible. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then I deal 1 damage to the villain for each card attached to this. So 1 more. I will then thwart for 2. Discard this to deal 2 damage. And that will end her turn. Ooh, the Blood Gem. This is a hand. This is certainly a hand. I'm going to discard Quick Thinking. I am not a big fan of this card in a deck that is going to take a lot to get Ford up. This card. That's a good card. I just don't have resources. 1, 2. Attacks. Take it. Oh yeah, I forgot who I'm playing. I did shuffle, so no damage. And then attacks Satana, and Nick Fury will block it. Nope, and 1 damage. So Nick Fury actually survived that. That happened. And she gets attacked again. And she will take it for 1 damage. Her turn. Let's just go ahead and rip the bandage off and put that out there. If cards I want to play. Alright. Oh man, I'm tired. I just suddenly got really tired for no fucking reason. I'm going to spend 2 for the second circle. And then I'm going to move 2 off of main and then flip so I can get a hand and start my shit going again. Elphelt, who has the ability to get rid of that attachment. Also, I don't have Nick Fury anymore. I'm munching on my mashed potatoes real quick. This sucks. This hand sucks. It says 3 finishers. Excuse me. An ally and a brainstorm. This is absolutely horrible. And Nick Fury, you're gone. Sorry, I was choking on some mashed potatoes there for a second. What is this hand? I hate everything about this. I really do. I really fucking hate this hand. I'm going to put brainstorming out. Actually, no, I might as well not. That's 1, 2. Ugh. Fucking hell. 3. To get rid of the retaliate. I will attack for 1 and then turn. This is so depressing. 1, 2, 3. 5. Oh, I drew my defense card. 1, 2. Schemes for 2, 4. Attacks. Elphelt will take it like a champion for 1 damage. And she has to exhaust each ally that she doesn't have. This and this. Jesus Christ, he's getting his cards. This asshole. Alright, so I'm going to Bridal Express to remove 2 threat. And then after I play a starter, discard any number of cards. I'm going to discard. It's a shame I discarded the one that. Spend a wild to. Not this one. Nope. This one. Let's make this free. Kind of need to keep what I have in my hand now. I'm going to remove 2 off of main and end her turn. Satana. Spiritual meditation. Oh, I need to be in hero form for that. That's right. I will. Then I will flip. Spiritual meditation to draw 2, discard 1. I have Soulfire. I'm going to discard the Stimfolian Hurricane. Hurricane coming through. Offensive Punishments is a good card. It's a shame to get rid of it. I'm going to spend 2 for Soul Snakes to confuse an enemy. They're going to confuse Homeboy over here. And I'm going to discard both spells attached to deal 4 damage to him. I will then spend, and I kind of need Surprising Agility. Ooh. I'll spend 1 to Draining Touch on the Whirlwind. Discard top. I heal nothing. Of course I heal nothing. Why would I heal anything? That was bold of me to assume that I would heal anything. I will then attack Whirlwind for 2. Discard this to deal 2 more. That will end her turn. One, 2. Tries to attack Elphelt, but the bomb goes off. Deal him 8 damage. Attack Satana. Satana will take it because I have a Surprising Agility. For 2 damage, when he used Topaz to Surprising Agility to take no damage, and then I get to get an event and attach it. Kind of doesn't matter. It used to matter when I could play them, but I can't play them anymore. So actually does kind of matter because I can return them possibly. Melter. Welcome back, buddy. You forced me to exhaust the allies I didn't have earlier. 5. First player. I'm going to spend 2 straight off the bat to Sorcerer Supreme this shit. So plus 2 hand size. Means I can't do anything else. I will then thwart to discard and thwart 2. And then I will flip. I got Jacko and Rim Lethal in my hand. Alright. So, look, strength to Jacko. So I can't properly do that. Because I could bomb. I could name this a finisher, but at the same time, it wouldn't get it into play. So I have a wild resource. I don't want to use reboot because I don't want to get rid of any of the other 2 cards. So I'm at this weird impasse right now. 2 off of this. I don't want to ready. I kind of wish she had like a resource generator, or if she does, I certainly haven't fucking seen it. That's gonna end her turn. Play this card if you play another card this way. Discard your hand, draw a new hand up to your hand says. Okay. Hey, look, I drew Digging Deep. Because why? What else would I do with Digging Deep? Also like how I flipped to get a hand even though I have Sorcerer Supreme. 1, 2. Schemes for 2. Or no, schemes for nothing. Attacks Elphelt with a base of 1. And it's most likely going to stun me. It's probably going to stun me no matter what I do here. So I might as well just take it. For 3 damage. And a stun. And 3 damage. And an encounter, and an encounter, and an encounter. No, no, I flipped down the draw cards. So I'm gonna play my cards that I drew. I'm gonna play something. Second card. An alter ego heals 4, of course. I am in hero call attacks. I have to defend this. 2 defense against 3 damage. I take 1. I'm stunned already. He doesn't activate because it's past that phase over here. That was a fucking turn. That was just everything I've ever wanted out of life. I'm going to digging deep to reboot. I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna heal 3. I'm gonna seek a fucking starter or finisher. I'm not gonna be able to play it, but you know what? I'm kind of okay with that. Enter turn. I'm just gonna go ahead and discard this because I don't want it in my hand. Over here. I'm gonna flip Spiritual Meditation. Why is that card? Oh, it's my side scheme. I should probably discard my card real quick. I'm gonna put this into play though. What am I discarding here? Flames of Valentine should be fine. 1, 2 for the amulets. That's really going to be the end of her turn. To keep drawing the digging deeps. The fuck is happening here? When you trigger your Chain Light Pop ability, you may add a printed non-wild resource card while resolving it. Oh, so it's just after I change forms at all. Cool. All right. 1, 2. Schemes for 3. And 1, then 1. Attack Satana, who will take it because I can flip out of the way. For 1 damage. Do I want to fucking do this for 1 damage? Despite being... I'm not going to flip out of the way for 1 damage. I'll take the stun. Because even then I can just Draining Touch to get rid of it. I mean, it's not an attack for me to discard one of those and... Yeah. Yeah. Counter, encounter, acceleration, counter. Alter Ego, 4 damage healed. I have lost my way a little bit in getting to him. Surges. And Garden Tough. This is a target-rich as shit environment right now. Alright. To Satana. So off-rip, Satana will thwart for 2. Discard. And deal 2. I will then spend 1. Let's put this over here with this since they're both resource generators. To Draining Touch. Oh yeah, I defeated an enemy, so I Soul Butterflies to heal 2. I will then this. Oh yeah, Draining Touch, which goes in here. I'll spend 2 health and all this to Basilisk, who I haven't done anything with yet, so why did I do that? Basilisk will attack for 3. And then I will discard this to deal 1 damage to each enemy engaged with me to knock his stuff off. And that will end her turn. Over here, Spiophis. She's got some words. She's got some fucking words. She needs to watch her fucking mouth. I have no finisher, though. I have 0 finishers. All my finishers are gone. I'm going to seek. I'm going to seek a card. First card. First card. First fucking card. I'm going to flip. There's a lot of dogs in the fire right now. Let's remove 2 threat. Let's... God, that's so painful. Get her in. It's only my deck, right? I don't think I have any more in my deck, now that I think about it. I had 2 bombs, and I had the Bridal Express. Because I only have 5 cards left in the deck. Or 4 cards left in the deck. This sucks. This sucks so much shit right now. I'm just going to... I might just play a bunch of these. I might play 2 of them. I'm going to Bomb to deal 2 damage. I will then trigger a printed one of these that cannot be wild. I'm going to deal 2 damage here. I will then Bridal Express to remove 2 threat. And end her turn. Oh wait, bomb the Bridal Express. I wouldn't have been able to do the first one. The first one would knock the stun off, and then this little asset would still be alive. So then I play this one to remove the 2 threats, and I do the 2 damage. Which means there's 2 threats that is unaccounted for. Well, in that case, instead of doing the 2 damage to him, I do remove the 2 threat off the main scheme, or the scheme that I did. His guy can stay out. He's nothing. He's nothing to me. Ugh. Ready. Good. I've drawn Digging Deep again. attacks Elphelt, who's almost certainly getting stunned. I'm just going to defend for 2. I take no damage, so I'm not stunned. I take 1 damage from the weapon runner. Attacks Satana, who honestly does not need to care. Just going to take it. No damage. Or 1 damage. Stuns me. Take 1 damage. Encounter. This is going a lot slower. Going a lot slower. Hero, the villain attacks me. For 2 damage and stuns. For 4 damage. And it's a gang up, so I get attacked for 1, so she's dead. Let's see what happened here. God, and dead to the devil. So I had to flip and do this. All right, well, good news is that second game didn't take very long. I just kind of got my ass kicked very quickly. She got assaulted and ganged up and regular attacked all in the same round. That's rough. All right, I got a little bit. God, my luck with her hands was some shit and a half. So let me pull her shit aside real quick. Yeah, of course she didn't have any more in her deck. I knew she wouldn't. Right here, over here. Heel's here. I just got so fucking unlucky with how our cards worked. I, no stretch of the imagination, think she was bad or at all. There were some turns where life was shitting on me. 25, yeah, that's right. So she feels weak. She herself feels weak. I don't know. 1, 2, 2 always. Usually, whenever I see a character that only has like 4 in their powers, yeah, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. I forgot every single button just to rotate these. Fucking hell. So she gets, by default, she gets 3 finishers, and then her allies become finishers with Jacko, which is a decision. What other allies does she have in her base deck? She has Stindy. She has Johnny, Nick, the Bunny, Bad Bunny. So she does have some extra, get out of here, extra options to turn in the finishers, I guess. I just did not get value out of Jacko. These 2 games were kind of just shit for high hands. The first game I kind of screwed myself with getting rid of some starters early. Then I didn't get any starters for a long time. The second game, I had 3 finishers all 3 finishers in my hand at the same time. That fucking sucked. Can you rotate 90 degrees with one? Yeah. So if you click this up here, rotation degrees, Skelly, it'll change how much. So if I go to 90, it'll just turn it 90 with one button. I prefer playing on 45, just because, for no fucking reason. But yeah, that's how you do it. That's what I think about Elphelt. It's so hard for me to like give an analysis on Elphelt because my hands sucked. The entire fucking 2 games, I sucked. The first game she got like hard carried by Red Harpy. She just held her own on thwarting, but Red Harpy just did all the fucking damage. I didn't give a shit about Jacko. I didn't get a chance to use her properly because my hands sucked the entire fucking session. They sucked. All my hands with her sucked. Um, so it's hard for me to judge. It's like hard for me to judge anything on her. Also, by the way, this is the part of the video where I review what I played. If you don't want to watch this part, then please don't watch it. In this case, I don't even know if you should watch it because I had such little experience playing her actual fucking cards. I had Jacko one game and it immediately got discarded. And then the second game I had her and then I didn't get any finishers afterwards. I don't even think I got an ally afterwards. Um, so she just kind of got shit on both games. I didn't get a chance to play this. It got burned through, I think. Or no, I did get a chance to play this again. I like this card. I think it's a cool way to get this going. You don't have to play finishers in order to resolve the ability. So I do like this card. It's a good way to actually like do stuff with her. I didn't get it the first game. Kind of wish I did. I didn't get this at all. It discarded each and every time. Every time I seeked, I discard this. Restricted. Your hero gets +1 attack, +1 thwart while this is not exhausted. Exhausted and treats the next basic power you play this. That would have been awesome. Where the fuck was Miss Charlotte the entire time? Oh, Miss Charlotte was not a good Charlotte. Oh, this card, I do not like this card. Just because it's 3 cost for something that's pretty easy to lose. I think this could be cheaper. By 1, I think 2 would be a reasonable price for it leaving. This is probably the only card that I straight up just kind of didn't like. I mean, I only had it for, I think, 1 or 2 turns when I played it the first game, and I didn't get it the second game. I like Ram Lethal. She's fine. She's just fine. I wish I'd have gotten more value out of her, but these 2 games were just absolutely shit for her. I don't care about out of repair. I didn't have when I had this in my hand. I didn't care that I had it in my hand. It was just a resource. I probably would have gotten value out of it if it was if I had this in my hand and none of her cards. I think another thing I was supposed to do more often was flip down, just so I can use her ability to mill her deck. I think that's probably the only thing that I feel like I played that I didn't do right, was I probably was supposed to flip down way more often. But when you're the Justice player, flipping down is such a double-edged fucking sword because you remove threat and then you have to worry about the threat going right back on. I like these cards. I really do like her starter cards. I guess the starter is supposed to imply that it's the start of the attack combination. I like them. I really do. It's a shame that I think only got 1 time in both games where I got to play her starter and finisher at the same time or the same turn. That second game was just a disaster for her. These 3, I like all 3 of them. I really do. They feel good. It's just one of those things where I just couldn't fucking get them. I could not get them to operate with her at the same time, which I guess kind of leads me to this question. Like, if you do watch this, Bubblegum, is the intent that I can choose which one I'm getting, or is the intent that once I get one of them, I'm done? Because that would also determine how I play her. Because there's part of me that's like, all right, I want to flip down and use her ability, but if I draw another another starter card, then I'm not getting anything out of it. Sorry, taking another bite. I would definitely play her again out of anger. because I felt I got shorted 2 straight games of good cards of like I feel like the combos are really here and they look really awesome, but I got shafted 2 straight games of getting those combos. I only once got to do the starter finisher combos. I had this in for like 1 turn. I had Jacko in for 1 turn in the first game, and then like 2 turns in the second when it didn't fucking matter anymore. I just don't like this card. I don't care about this card at all. I never got this. She got milled. The weapon got milled each time. I feel like I got shafted, like hardcore. Quick analysis on Satana. She's actually burning through her cards very quickly now. Like that game ended so quickly that I wasn't able to attach cards to her on a consistent basis. So that's a shame. She might be burning them too fast, but I don't know. I don't think so. I think she's. It's tough to say. It's kind of tough to say. I might need to keep playtesting this new balance I made for him. Anyways, that's kind of where I stand with Elphelt. I would normally say this is part where I end my stream and go play Marvel Rivals, but I don't think that matters because Marvel Rivals is about to be a completely different game in 2 days. So it's not going to be the same experience. Anything else? Anything else? No, not really. Yeah, have a good morning / day / night, wherever it may be. Thanks to anybody who watched today's stream. So thank you, Skelly, and probably just Skelly. I don't usually get a lot of people at 2:55 in the morning. If you're watching this video on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps grow the channel. If you want to check out more custom content like BubblegumBitch's, Elphelt Valentine, My Satana, Skelly, who was in the chat, he's working on a bunch of outliers from X-Men right now. So he's got Jitter, and I think Calico is still in progress, and Captain Britain on the table. I played Captain Britain and Jitter before on the stream. You can check out stuff like his. If you want to check out more Twitch streams, you can check me out at twitch.tv/theactualjackson. One of these days I'll get my fucking name back. One of these days. With that being said, take it easy. Ciao.